So that's the importance of water. Without water, nothing can be produced or can be manufactured on this earth. We are totally dependent upon water for every activity. Now I will start with the presentation. I will share the presentation. Is my presentation visible? Hello.
Sir, it's visible.
Okay, so I will start with the presentation. See why rainwater harvesting today has become of a great importance. Rain is the only source through where we are getting the water, and that water, that rainfall, fills our lakes, rivers, and that water even fills up the aquifers, that is a borewells and wells water levels. So this water is very precious. We need to evaluate the importance and really conserve this water. Today's water scenario. In earlier days, we had got plenty of water. Even today, we have got plenty of water. But at the same time, in different parts of world, in different parts of India, the drought has started, and we are started facing water issues. Present scenario in India or of the world, only 18% of the world's population is getting 4% of world's water. Nearly half of the world will be short of water by 2025. 54% of India is facing currently high to extremely high water stress. You can see in different parts of India how much water stress is there. Every part of India is facing some or the other time water problems. Water crisis has become an important part of our life. But how can we reduce it? How we can improve it? That we can do it by doing rainwater harvesting. Earlier, the availability of water in 2000 year was almost 1800 cubic meter per person per year. Now it has gone to 1300 cubic meters per year. So the water availability has gone down year by year, and as the population will increase and due to the climatic change, the availability of water will keep on reducing. Rainwater harvesting is the only solution for reducing the water crisis and for eliminating the water deficiency. Rainwater is the purest form of water. You can even drink that water if it is properly catched, properly stored, and reutilized after proper treatment. It's a only an ultimate source of fresh water. In on this world, 97% of water is on the sea. It's a saline water that cannot be utilized. Out of 3% of good quality water, 2% of water is groundwater and only 1% is above the in lakes and rivers. So to meet our water demands in a tremendous way, rainwater harvesting helps us to overcome water scarcity, and rain becomes the only and ultimate source that feeds our all sources. What are the different techniques of rainwater harvesting? There are two basic techniques of rainwater harvesting. One is rooftop rainwater harvesting. That water we can collect into tanks reutilized during monsoon season, or reutilized during non-monsoon season for only drinking purpose. It is not practical to collect the water and store it for whole year for all purposes. For that, the tank capacity has to be very high, huge, and that becomes non-economical, and hence storage of water for long time in tanks is ineffective. Second very good and best methodology is recharging of groundwater through borewells or wells. The water in the ground gets accumulated in aquifers. It's called an artificial storage area. Technical word is aquifers. So we need to store that water in that aquifers. The only issue in that there are no boundaries to this aquifers. The aquifers are spread across few square kilometers. And for individual building, there cannot be any boundaries below the earth strata. Hence, whatever recharging happens, it becomes a community project and it is helpful to everybody. It is not that only that particular plot holder or the society which does the recharging it will be helpful to them. But in surrounding areas also other borewells or other wells which are nearby, they will also be beneficial to them. So it becomes a community project. Now, as I told you, rainwater harvesting, there is a rooftop rainwater harvesting, there is surface rainwater harvesting. So the terrace water, whatever falls in the building, that can be collected in holding tank or can be recharged into the ground through borewell or well. Or if you have a additional capacity plot area, then you can collect it in pond and later on reutilize that water. Surface water, compound area water, that water we can recharge into the ground, or if the storage place is there, then you can collect into a pond. I will be skipping few slides because 1 hour is too short to cover this topic. So I will be skipping some of the points and skipping some of the slides and concentrating only on some important slides. Now, what are the components of rooftop rainwater harvesting? In a normal building or a bungalow, there is rainwater downtake pipes, that is called rainwater gunters or rainwater downtake pipes. You require a pipeline to take underground connectivity of all rainwater downtakes to the nearest tank or a borewell. Then a storage unit, either it may be a recharging pit or a storage unit. But before collection or recharging of water, you require to filter that water. Otherwise, it will choke your recharging pit, or the storage tank will get lots of silt factors and it will choke the pumps. Now, how does the recharging happens? This is a methodology. A borewell is a small hole in the earth strata. Many people nowadays still don't know what is a borewell. So borewell is a small hole in the earth strata that is drilled up to 200, 300, 400 feet, and through that we reach the deeper location in earth strata where water is available. Through that location we install a pump and extract water. Through that same borewell we can inject the water, and that process is called percolation or recharging. This is how the borewell gets drilled in different aquifers or in different geological formations. This is a typical recharging pit with a ring well, with a borewell, and these three units what you see, it's a filtration chambers. This is a typical ring well for recharging purpose. These are the different photographs of recharging pits and ring well. This is how the recharging pit looks once you come to the ground level, and on that you can put PCC, or you can do concretization and parking of vehicles, movement of people, movement of fire engine stations, can firefighting vehicles can pass through on that top of it. This is recharging of well. Now, what are the basic requirements for recharging? What data you require? You require the layout plan. You require groundwater prospect map, which is usually available with a vendor. In Maharashtra, it is not provided by the government, so it is not available. In many parts of India, it is available. In meteorological data, that is annual rainfall data, that how much rainfall is falling in particular Bombay, then total number of rainy days, how much water out of it you can recharge into the ground, that can be done after you get this data. Then what would be the recharging capacity of the borewell? Then you need to understand if there is a larger plot, then you conduct a hydrogeological survey and you study the aquifers. But if whole plot is concretized or paver blocks is laid or paved, then through a conventional methodology also you can evaluate the availability of water and the possibility of recharging in the ground. This is a technical matter. I will be skipping this method. Now, these are the typical designs that is followed in India, and this has failed drastically in urban areas. This is a typical ring well, and there is a borewell in between, and these are the different layers of filter media. Why I am stressing on this, showing this designs, because in most of the societies in Mumbai and Pune and different parts of Maharashtra, these typical designs are followed, and after spending money on that, society members feel or a bungalow owner feels that they have done rainwater harvesting, but this is most ineffective, and the money gets waste by implementing such systems. This is a borewell in between. This is a sand, gravel, stones. This gets choked very fast. Once this gets choked fast, the water level rises in this ring well. The slots or the holes are done in the casing pipe above the filtration media level. And through these perforations, through these holes in the casing pipe, unfiltered water goes into the borewell and the borewell gets contaminated and choked. It would not absorb water or it will not even give out the water. The water will become stagnant in this recharging pit and it will start stinking. People will feel that yes, they have spent money and that rainwater harvesting, recharging is happening. But in this scenario, it is practically not happening and all the money has gone to drains. This is another similar design with a borewell. They put a borewell cap on the top. It is mandatory to put a borewell cap on the top, but these pits are generally implemented by non-technical, unskilled staff, and they forget to put this cap, and the unfiltered water from the top goes inside and creates contamination in ground. This disturbs the whole aquifers, and not only the location where the recharging is happening is getting affected, but overall aquifer, which is spread across few square kilometers, across few societies, it gets contaminated, it gets affected. This is another design which is not recommended. From the storm water drain, the water is directly connected to the recharging pit. But if you are connecting from storm water drain, lots of contaminants, silt, flows through the storm water drain. In that scenario, you need to pass the water through oil trap, filtering chamber or sedimentation trap, and then only pass it into the recharging pit. I will show you a typical design, how the recharging should be done and what type of designs to be followed for rainwater harvesting recharging. This is another not recommended model. Now this is another typical thing I am seeing. This is a typical another thing I am seeing. Just hold on, just hold on. Hello. This is a typical design that is followed in few of the societies. What we have observed that people do borewells inside the storm water drains. In this scenario, what happens is the contaminated water directly goes into these borewells and it directly contaminates the aquifers and the water table below. This should be really avoided. Once this gets choked, this borewell gets choked, there is no possibility of cleaning it and doing any sort of maintenance. It is completely permanently choked. All your money has gone to drains. See, every type of system what you implement, maintenance is the important part. It's an important factor. If you don't keep on cleaning the filter media, that is sand, gravel, stones, at frequency of every 7 days during the monsoon, the system is going to fail. There are new types of filters available in this industry where least minimum or zero maintenance is required. But what happens in society is what we have observed. Just costing is the importance and the lowest is the importance. In this scenario, the main purpose of technical competency is lost. And instead of doing something good, something wrong or something bad happens, and then the people start, they lose faith on rainwater harvesting. They believe that it's just a money making business for few vendors. It's not that. If you give a correct technical thought on it, and if you get a correct technical guidance from some of the best consultants or best vendors in this industry, you can have a fantastic rainwater harvesting systems. Later on in this presentation, I will showcase you free successful case studies, some of the successful case studies where rainwater harvesting is running till date after so many years of implementations. These are the typical photographs of some of the societies where we have seen that rainwater harvesting structures are made just like that, and there is no technical guidance, and the systems are choked. Water stagnation, due to water stagnation, lots of insects keep on coming, and the slots are done here till the top, and the unfiltered water goes into the ground and borewell has got choked. Here inside the ring well, the borewell is just cut above the filter media, and you can see what type of particles are inside, and everything has gone inside the borewell. So it really disturbs the aquifers and the groundwater table. This is the direct connectivity from the stormwater drain into the recharging pit, and this here in this photograph you can see the slots above the filtration media, and as the water table increases, the unfiltered water has gone inside. In the next photograph you can see the all dust particles have gone inside. These are the various calculations how you do for the rainwater harvesting. I would not go into that much technicality right now. I would be more focused on talking on the case studies and how the rainwater harvesting in societies should be done. This is the typical design of rainwater harvesting. First flush chamber is the first, whatever first rainfall comes, few showers of water should be diverted into the storm water drain because it contains lots of silt and lots of contaminants and lots of pollutants. So that water should not enter into the recharging pit. Then you can have this filtration chamber with filter media. Here in this, I have seen that filtration chamber is outside the recharging pit. That reduces the contaminants getting accumulated around the borewell, and thus it does not disturb the subsoil or the water level. In next design, we have made the compact rainwater harvesting systems. This is a first flush chamber, this is a borewell, this is a recharging pit, and filter, there are specialized filters with BIS code, Bureau of Indian Standard Code, which is non, uh, it is non-choking filters, and it lasts for many years. So here in we utilizing these filters, the borewell safety increases, the water safety increases, and the system becomes compact. In many societies, there is very less space to implement rainwater harvesting structures. In this scenario, this such compact systems can be implemented. Now, what's the difference between the conventional rainwater harvesting structure and in our structure? In conventional rainwater harvesting structure, what earlier design I showed you, not recommended designs, there the recharging ring well size is only 1.2 meter dia. Rest, see the rainfall is coming say 10,000 liters of water per day. But borewell recharging capacity is 500 liters per hour. So you need to store 10,000 liters of water around the borewell in the recharging pit. In the ring well is only 3 meter deep and it can collect 3,000 liters of water. But half of the space is consumed by filter media. So the storage capacity to collect the capacity of water reduces to 1,500 liter. So only that much water keeps on percolating into the ground. Meanwhile, in our design, we have given a larger recharging pits. Yes, but obvious, some cost increases, but the success rate increases, and in future, you will keep on getting good quality of water. Quality level of the borewell water will improve, and even the quantity of the water will improve. It's a long-term benefit. In 1 year or 2 years time, you cannot evaluate the outcome of the recharging structure or a borewell. You need to have a patience time. After collecting every year's data, from 3 to 5 years comparison of that data, you will be able to evaluate what's the performance, what's the outcome of doing rainwater harvesting. You need to make larger recharge structures, then the success rate would be more better and it would give more better results in long term. Now this is a structure, water filter, first flush chamber, filtration chamber with filter screen. These filter screens are called V-wire filter screens. It is non-choking, non-clogging filters, and it requires only once a year cleaning. That's all. You need not monitor the system. The water gets filtered and keeps on percolating or keeps on collecting into the water tank. Here we have shown this water tank. During the monsoon, you collect this water into the tank and you can utilize this water for flushing purpose, and if the real water shortage is there, you treat this water and utilize for drinking purpose also. In non-monsoon season time, you can even utilize this borewell water or the stored water for your gardening purpose. This is a typical layout plan. This red lines is a building line. This blue line is a underground water pipeline connected to the borewell. So underground water pipeline network has to be generated through which the water is transferred into this recharging pit, and it has got a borewell and the water gets percolated into the ground. This is a typical rainwater harvesting recharging structure with a ring well, with a proper filter screen kit installed. This is extension of PVC pipe. Normally what I have seen, one biggest failure of maintenance of recharging pits or ring wells, they don't provide the ladder to go inside. So you give out the contract, but once they open up the chamber, they don't see the ladder for maintenance purpose. They go inside somehow, they do that jugaad and go inside, but they are not able to bring all the filter media on the top, wash it and clean it, put it inside again. Due to problems in the going inside and coming out of the recharging structure, the maintenance is not happening proper because proper ladder is not there to go for that structure. This is surface rainwater harvesting system. This is a storm water drain. From the storm water drain, the water has to pass through. Hello. From the storm water drain, the water has to pass through desilting chamber, filtration chamber, and then passed into the recharge structure of borewell or well. This is a typical design of recharge surface recharge structure: desilting chamber with trap, grease trap, sedimentation trap, filtration chamber, and then the recharging pit. This is a section of that recharge structure. You can make such small structures also in any societies. Whatever the restrictions in the compound area, still it can be implemented and you can have a successful rainwater harvesting structure. Here a compact recharging structure with oil trap, grease trap, sedimentation trap, and then recharging pit with a V-wire filter screen kit. This is a typical cross section. Now I will move quick over to the case studies. This is a comparison between conventional design and our NSN Associates design that I will not explain you right now. Now this is a speciality of V-wire filter screen kit. Why I am explaining you? Because it has got a code of BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard. Whatever other filters are available in this industry, they claim they have a patent or they say that it's at a technical background. There is no such technical background. These are all self-made, self-proclaimed, self-marketing done filters. But there is no technology behind such filters. So please be aware that you don't choose wrong filters. Second thing, this is made of SS304 and they are non-clogging and non-choking filters, and due to which continuous flows of water happen and it keeps on recharging or keeps on water collecting into the tank. This is a filter which can be installed on rainwater downtake pipes. If you have got limited 2 or 3 rainwater downtake pipes, such filters can be installed. This is a famous case study of Bombay. It is a Indian Waterworks Association Mumbai headquarters building where rooftop rainwater downtake pipe is collected to a tank here, and the water from the rooftop is collected into this tank after filtration through this box filter. During the monsoon season, this office building, they are using this water for only flushing purpose, and they are daily saving around 5,000 of liters of water. This is a comparison between a conventional rainwater harvesting filter media and the filter kit. In filter media, the filtration happens vertically, so the filter media gets choked very fast. Here, the filtration is happening horizontally, so the heavy particle sediments keeps on settling at the bottom. Floating particles will keep on floating on the top, and horizontally the water will get filtered in between and keep on percolating or keep on collecting into the tank. This is a typical photograph of a recharging structure with a ladder, with a filter screen kit, and from the same borewell, water is extracted and utilized for flushing and gardening purpose throughout the year. These are the different photographs of ring well with a recharging pit with a filtration kit installed inside the borewell. These are now the successful case studies of rainwater harvesting done at various societies in Mumbai and then at different parts of India also. This is the Ekta Heights Society at Khar West, where earlier rainwater harvesting system was implemented but it was non-functional. existing borewell was there, but it was utilized for flushing purpose. They wanted to have a long sustainability of borewell, so they decided to implement the recharge pit around the borewell. So after implementation of rainwater harvesting structure for only 1,60,000 rupees, they are getting now the water round the year. It is successfully running from last 3 years. It was implemented in existing society and it is functional from last at least 3 years. This is a Skyline Villa project, Powai project, where all this society is owned by all IITians. IIT professors are mainly staying in this society. Their daily flushing water requirement they were getting through 7-8 tankers, and there was a continuous shortage of water from MCGM. So they had constructed one 80,000 storage tank for tanker water, and they used to collect that water during rainy season. Then we suggested a rainwater harvesting scheme. So during monsoon season, we started collecting the rooftop water into that storage tank, and the tanker cost of around 7-8 tankers per day was saved. And at least 4 months of the monsoon season they were not getting any tankers and they were self dependent. Their tanker cost was almost 4 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees per month. By doing simple rainwater harvesting system, they started saving almost 12 lakh rupees annually per monsoon season. Then we did another factor for them. Surface water, compound water was recharged into the ground through borewells. And now during non-monsoon time, from the borewells, they have started getting water from that borewell through that recharging pits. And hence, they have even started saving on their tanker water cost. Every day they are getting 2 to 3 tankers of water from their borewells, and they are saving the tanker water cost. This is the some photographs taken for connecting rooftop rainwater downtake pipes to the, this is a collection tank, and this is the recharging pit. This is one of the towers of Mahindra Gardens at Goregaon. Uh, Huge society, big society of more than 300 flats. All the surface water and the roof water was flowing out of the property. They had an existing borewell, but the water level inside that borewell every year was going down and down. So the society decided to recharge that borewell and to sustain that water for longer time. During summer season, they were facing water problems. The availability of the borewell was going down and down. We have done the rainwater harvesting structures there, and now the water availability in the summer season is not getting reduced. And post monsoon, what we have observed, that the groundwater level has come up and the quality of water has improved drastically. So total cost is implementation is only 3.5 lakh rupees, but a proper technical implementation has happened, and they have saved their borewell from growing dry. This water for them will be available for next at least 10 years or more. These are the actual photographs of implementation of rainwater harvesting at the site. This is one of the Dil Nawaz society in Andheri. Again, one borewell, no existing rainwater harvesting system. Borewell water was used for gardening and flushing purpose, and borewell used to get dried in summer season. After only one monsoon of recharging, now the borewell is not getting dried, and even summer season they are getting water for their flushing purpose. So in short, rainwater harvesting helps you to improve your groundwater table, availability of water, quantity of water improves, and the quality of water improves. So that's the importance of rainwater harvesting. Just last year we had got some heavy water issues due to water pipeline got damaged at somewhere in Andheri near Goregaon. and particular areas like Bandra to Jogeshwari east and west areas were not getting water. The societies where we had done the rainwater harvesting, or the societies where it was properly done, they were on very safe side. At least they were getting basic water for drinking, cooking purpose, and for domestic purpose. For 3 4 days you can utilize this borewell directly for your domestic purpose, but not for longer time. But in case of emergency, at least this water was available. Even water tankers were not available. There was a heavy shortage of water. Even the drinking water bottles from the market shelves had disappeared. Even drinking water was of big shortage during that time. Only rainwater harvesting systems have saved people in Mumbai during that time. So that's the importance of rainwater harvesting and recharging and collection of water. In this all societies, we have harvested anything between 20 lakh liters to almost crore liters of water in one monsoon season. So this much quantity of water can be collected and it can be conserved. This is the best conservation methodology through which you get long term results. Results will not be seen in short term but in the long term. This is society actually photographs where this is how uh, the finishing happens on the top, and the vehicular parking or the other types of movement on the top in the paved area in the compound area can happen. And this is a photograph inside the recharge structure, and this is the shaft, or this is a collection trench from where the surface water is flowing out of the property. Here in this shaft the water gets accumulated and then it is diverted into this recharge pit. This is another big case study. Now from societies I am coming to some commercial projects. Later on there are some more society projects. This is a huge project of 18 acres in Kanjurmarg site. Lodha Group has made a 18 acres of site where it's a IT park. Per day we are collecting, this is a huge terrace area, this is a huge terrace area. Daily from this huge 8,000, that is 80,000 square foot huge terrace area, we are collecting 1,40,000 liters of water per day. That water collected is utilized for running the water cool chillers, AC systems, and the flushing system of the project. During monsoon season, these are the numerous borewells in the plot area. That borewells are recharged, and during non-monsoon time these borewells provide water for flushing and for water cool chillers for AC systems, and they don't have to buy any tankers from outside. This has helped them to save every year 25 lakh rupees of money. Every year they are saving 27 lakh rupees, and the total implementation cost was 56 lakhs, but that is very negligible in terms of what they are getting every year. This is another successful case study that is called Prince of Wales Museum. Everybody would have heard. It's near opposite Regal Cinema. It is near to Gateway of India. This is a heritage building, and they had a borewell here in this particular location, which was drilled in 1965. The borewell depth was only 40 feet depth. They were getting good quality water. They were getting once upon a time almost 15 to 20,000 liters of water per day. Now, after years and years of usage of water, the availability of water in the year 2007 2008 had got reduced to 5,000 liters per day. After doing rainwater harvesting, rooftop rainwater harvesting, today we are getting almost 20,000 plus liters of water per day. There is no water shortage for maintaining the gardening or for the flushing purpose. Every year in the peak summer season, That's their peak season where maximum visitors are there visiting the museum. They had a heavy shortfall of water for flushing purpose from the MCGM. Now by doing rainwater harvesting, recharging, they are getting even water in the flushing systems during the summer seasons. There is no shortage of water and their greenery is getting properly maintained round the year. So that's the benefit they are getting out of rainwater harvesting. It is open, anybody can visit that location. At the gate, they have kept a board. You can talk to the counter at the gate. Okay, you want to see the rainwater harvesting structure. They will take you inside, open the chamber covers, and show you the recharge structure. It is open for public to go and see how the recharging structure is made there. This is how inside the garden the recharging structure is made, and then there is a garden back to normal. So you cannot understand that there is a structure constructed below your garden area. This is another case study again of same area, Kolaba, near Regal Cinema. This is a famous, again a heritage building, St. N High School. Here they had a issue, there was a mandatory requirement also, and they are having a water problems also. We did rainwater harvesting for them, and even during the peak rainfall of 500 mm per day, there is no flooding in the compound area of this school. And now they have started getting water round the year for their flushing purpose, for their cleaning of their campus area, and for their cleaning of building lobby areas. Continuous water supply available round the year, not a reduction in water availability during the summer season. This is a photograph where the school has been located. This is a this is a typical photograph of the recharge structure. This is another successful case study. This is called In Orbit Mall. It is at Vadodara. They had a typical problem. It is made in Alembic area. This is a location where uh, flooding used to happen. And during that flooding, the mall used to get affected. We did 8 numbers of huge size of recharging pits. Huge means 4 meter by 4 meter, that is almost 12 feet by 12 feet and 12 feet deep, and with a borewell of almost 200 feet depth. And all this water of flooding was transferred into these recharging pits, which helped them to eliminate the flooding problem. It was all constructed in different locations in the parking areas. Parking was back to normal. Flooding got eliminated, and their borewell water improved, and the quality of water improved, and the quantity of water availability improved. So many benefits you get out of the rainwater harvesting, and the total implementation cost was only 32 lakhs. And see that due to elimination of flooding, the mall used to get closed for few days. Now the mall is not closed for not a single day. So how much financial loss earlier they used to have, and by implementing a systematic system, they have removed their financial losses. This is a typical layout of the location. This is, these are the benefits of the recharging structures, rainwater harvesting. Now this is another successful case study of HPCL residential colony of 40 acres of more than 500 flats or bungalows in that colony. It is near Mahul, near Chembur area. Here we have done a total master planning of, this is all 40 acres of land. This you can see are the different nalas The water is coming from backside. There on this side is uh, BARC hills. It's all a natural environment, natural plantations, trees and natural growth, grass and everything. The water from these hills flows through these streams and goes out of this property. This is the location where it goes out and this is the location where it goes out. What we did, we created a bund wall. We suggested them to make multiple recharge structures and a bund wall inside that nala because it was having a very good fresh water, no dirty water, and inside that bund wall we created this recharging pit. In the surrounding areas, what we observed inside the colony as well as outside the colony, what we had observed that the borewell used to get dried up during the summer season and it affected their greenery and their flushing systems heavily. They were not having a separate water availability for flushing purpose. They were utilizing only BMC water for flushing purpose. After they started getting so much quantity of water through borewells and through rainwater harvesting bund wall, they started this utilizing this water for flushing and gardening purpose. Every year they are saving almost 80 lakh liters of water. Just imagine 80 lakh liters of water getting saved annually. These are the typical photographs of the recharge structures constructed at the site. This is the photograph in the monsoon season taken in from for the bund wall. This is a recharging structure. This is a borewell inside it, and this borewell has helped to recharge so much quantity of water in the surrounding area outside the property as well as inside the property. Nowadays not a single borewell gets dried up in summer season. Every borewell gives water and that water is helpful for flushing purpose or for gardening purpose. So this is one of the very big successful case studies. This is another factory project where the surface water was just flowing out of the property. It is around 60 acres of property and the backside water was just flowing out of the property. So we collected that water into this pond. They had everyday requirement of 4 lakh liters of water and they were totally dependent only on borewells round the year. So what we suggested is that surface water is just flowing out of the property. We collected it into a pond and reutilized and at least for 60 rainy days of monsoon. This is near Hyderabad, near in Zahirabad, where rainfall is almost 1000 mm annually and that water was just flowing out of the property. What we suggested and they implemented, for 60 days they are collecting water into this pond and they were not touching their borewells. Their borewells were getting reduced water in the summer season due to non-touching of aquifers during the monsoon season. The availability of water increased in the summer season. So this is how you do the permutation combination, that is water management techniques, and save and conserve the water. This is how the pond was implemented. Some photographs. So these are the desilting chambers, special filters so that 5 lakh liters of water per hour can be filtered and that water gets collected into the pond. This is another successful case study where rooftop water was collected in a Godrej factory in Walia near Gujarat, near Bharuch, where roof water is collected into a tank and that water is treated in DM plant for manufacturing of few chemicals for Pierce soap. Now the water quality is so good that chemical treatment of that water, the chemical consumption reduced by almost 25%. First thing, the quality improved. Second thing, free of cost water availability. So this was the benefit to the Godrej Industries. These are the some famous case study of water conservation, water management. This is a factory in Vishakhapatnam for Hindustan Petroleum, where we implemented different water conservation techniques. We collected rainwater into a tank, into pond, then we implemented drip irrigation system, then we changed the taps of the whole building. We implemented, we recommended to implement low flow water fixtures, then water recycling system. Now lots of people are going for water recycling systems, but there are non-mechanized water treatment systems where only electrical cost is there, no chemical requirement or no manpower requirement to run that plant. So we suggested that type of plant and recycle the water, treat the water and reutilize that water for plant processes as well as for flushing purposes. So by using different techniques of water conservation, you can save huge quantity of water. That's all. That's are the cases. We are specialized. This is some of the slides about us that we specialized in rainwater harvesting and water management services, and we provide our services all across India. We have done projects almost at 60 locations in India, and sitting right now in lockdown also, we are providing our services sitting here, but the projects are going in north, south, east, west. Right now project is going for Mahindra factory at Haridwar, Ghaziabad, Sitarganj, Vishakhapatnam, Hyderabad and Bombay. The projects are going on. We have our technical teams, and this is my partner and my father, Mr. Bipin Saraya. He is a retired Deputy Municipal Commissioner, Bombay Municipal Corporation. And we have got team of professional engineers and geologists to do rainwater harvesting designing. We do rainwater harvesting, feasibility study, estimations, borewell surveys, water management, water audits, water conservation reports, water saving schemes, getting borewell permissions from various authorities, lots of such work related rainwater harvesting regarding borewell, regarding conservation, we keep on doing for different locations. These are some of the appreciation letters what we have gone from Thane Municipal Corporation, Prince of Wales Museum, Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. I give trainings in IIT, Indian Waterworks Association, Indian Waterworks Association. Then I am a lecturer in various engineering colleges. We have done projects with Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, Mukesh Ambani's Antilla is done by us, Mantralaya is done by us. Various iconic structures across India we have been involved. So these are some of the locations where we have the presence across India. And this is some of the photographs where I was a speaker at various panels at various occasions. I am a speaker on behalf of government. I am a National Technical Committee member for IGBC. So on behalf of CI, I keep on delivering lectures across India. That's all for the day. Now we can have a interaction, any question and answer sessions.
Can I ask you something, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. I will stop sharing the screen 1 minute.
This is Preeti Gupta from Lions Club of Shivaji Park.
Yes.
We had done one water harvesting project in a Kamla Mehta Blind School in Mumbai, Dadar.
Yes.
In that we have put that filtration plant from the Amazon, and we did the project, but in Bombay it was possible for us to do. Now
Yes,
I have one more request from the Dhule,
yes,
and there is one college, Baba Saheb Ambedkar College, and they want the water harvesting things to be done. For
okay.
last 4 months, I'm looking for somebody who is ready to do that project.
See, we are
You won't
consultants.
believe
So,
how I've contacted so many people, but we could not find anybody. So can you help me in that?
yes, see, sitting in Mumbai, I will interact with that college people and I will get all the data from there. We will do the designing from here, and the college people will be having all their civil contractors for maintenance and for construction purpose. So sitting here, we can give the detail engineering drawings, estimates, even give the explanation to the contractor. And now, all as the lockdown is opening up, Dhule can be gone, means one overnight stay is required. We can go there, see the location, finalize the scheme, explain to the contractor, and come back. So it can be any part of India. We are doing projects across India. So
So
it
how
can
do
be
we
done.
go ahead about this?
Uh, you send me your contact details later on my SMS, uh, and I will contact you and I will send you an email to what details, what data is required, or you can give me the details of that concerned person in that college. I will talk to them and keep you involved in whatever email exchange is happening and keep you
Okay.
informed. And once we get the data, then I will talk to you what would be the rainwater harvesting scheme can be done there and what would be the cost factor.
Yeah, we were planning to take the rainwater from the terrace.
Yes,
They have the borewell. So we
yes,
have to take the pipe from terrace to the borewell.
yes. So that planning can be done by us. That designing we can give and they can get it
Huh.
implemented from their local contractor. Why I'm suggesting local contractor?
That is what the problem is. The local contractor is not coming.
He's not coming to the site.
To the site. He has given me the estimate. Everything has been done,
Yeah,
but the plumber is not coming only.
then I can
And this
arrange.
is last 3 months, not a, I mean, 1 or 2 days we can wait.
Yes, see, madam, right now, due to lockdown, lots of laborers have gone migrated back to their location. So more than
Right.
50% contractors in Bombay don't have laborers. The same may be the
Huh.
scenario for that contractor. So we can talk to that contractor and ask him clearly that
Huh.
if you have such problem, you do. See, now almost monsoon is over.
Right.
So you can get it implemented in November, December, January, no issue. Till that time, all
Okay.
the migrated labor would have come back. See, I am working for
Okay.
Bombay in almost 700, 800 builders. I am working for almost
Huh.
300 industries across India. Today,
Huh.
70% of the projects are closed because of non-availability of labor. Contractors are ready to work, but the workforce is not available.
Right.
So have some patience. After 1 month or 2 months, it will materialize. And if you want improvement in the rainwater harvesting structure to be done, we can always guide you and we can support you.
Okay. I will take your number from Ravi Bhai
Yes,
and will contact because I am interested in doing the harvesting projects.
yes.
Even if there is some availability in Mumbai, I'm ready for that also.
No, if you have funds availability, I have got one school uh, in Palghar district where roof
Hmm.
water is to be collected and kept stored for till summer season. Almost 4 lakh liters of water is to be stored. There are 1200 students and we are looking for some people for sponsorship. And due to non-availability of drinking water, during February only the school gets closed.
Huh.
The school and the students are not able to complete the academic year.
So what is the approximate estimation of that project?
Almost 4 lakh, 4 to 5 lakh rupees is required.
Oh, that is too much for Lions.
But see, what you can contribute, you can contribute 1.5 lakh rupees. So at least with that the project can start. Then the contributions from other teams can come in. So if I collect from three different groups this money, in piecemeals also this project can be implemented.
Yeah, I will discuss with Ravi bhai that if 3-4 clubs together can join
Yes,
and do the
yes,
project,
yes, correct, correct.
that will be possible, because one club single, they will not be in a position to do. And
Correct,
this
correct,
year,
correct.
there was no fundraising drive or nothing.
Yes, and we have got one more college here in South Mumbai. I forgot the name, and they
Okay.
have a requirement of 3 lakh rupees for similar rainwater harvesting recharge structure. And they are ready
Uh-huh.
to give one, and it is at prime location. I forgot the name, and they are ready to keep a board outside that this rainwater harvesting structure has been donated by so and so people.
You can
And
forward me the name of the Bombay person,
yes, and the
the
concerned person,
college or whatever it
the head
is.
of the some
We can
department
try
of,
and find out and try to help them. But Bombay is the first preference.
so the Bombay it is available. They were after me, "Ke you get me the donors for creating such rainwater harvesting structures for our
Okay.
plants." So I can
So
get
you
you
can
that.
forward me that also.
Sure, sure.
And definitely, this is my patience, and I do it. I have done one in a Virar also,
Okay,
one in a Dadar,
okay,
one we wanted to do at Sitpada, Maharashtra, but
okay.
because of lockdown, could not happen.
No, but madam, whatever you are doing, please improvise the designs. If you do the conventional designs, you are spending money. But after down the line in 2 years, you will observe that structures have become, they are not utilizable or they have got choked and it starts stinking. And then the person who has whom his custody is that thing, they close it permanently and all the money goes waste. So please improvise on the
Okay.
designs, but just in the name of uh, financial budget restrictions, the main
Ah,
concern of technicality is lost and the proper recharge structure does not get implemented. So please
true.
increase your budgets and please increase focus on the technicalities rather than the budget constraints.
See, we have done whatever we could do, and we have taken the help of some national engineering companies that who is helping us from Pune.
They are all implementing the conventional designs. 98% of India, whatever designs I showed
Yeah,
you, they are implementing such conventional designs and they are ultimately not functional. So please improve on the technicalities.
yeah, but we all have a budget constraint also.
So
That is one fact of the life.
two teams or three teams come together and do the work. But you are
Yeah.
spending the money, but after 2 years that recharging pit is permanently closed, then where that money has
No, but
gone?
with the filter, I have done this project in a Kamla Mehta. It
Yeah.
is, I mean, 2 years has happened and they are very happy.
Okay, okay. There are few such case studies. There are few case studies, but
Ah,
maximum locations I have seen that systems are non-functional. At maximum.
ah, ah, ah. Let
Yes,
us see what we can do. I mean, we'll
yes,
discuss
yes,
and find out.
yes, yes.
Huh?
Any other questions? Anybody has any other questions? Shall we end this session?
Yeah, Nirav ji, hi.
Hi, hi.
Thanks for the wonderful session. It was really very inspiring. And what we have done is like I think it was because of a big day. We probably had less attendance, but we have done the entire this thing session recorded, and
Okay.
we will be sharing the link on all our social media channels like Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. So obviously, you people are doing a very good job, and this is something
Thank you.
the need of the hour. So we'll try
So,
to
yes,
make this thing create this awareness with most of the people. And like how Preeti ji has inquired and interested for doing projects, probably we can expect that we'll have a few more people who could be taking your help or using your
hello.
services for doing this water harvesting.
Yes, I would like to suggest something. If you want to have these sessions in the evening time, late evening, like 9 to 10 was first suggested to me, but I had some other, today some other meeting is already arranged. So if you arrange at least 7 to 10 days before, then we can have late evening such sessions where more people can take part into this such presentations. Or if you want to do it on Sunday, we are ready to open for it also. So we can
Actually,
coordinate.
initially we had thought about Sunday only, but all the weekend we already had a lot of webinars, and that was pre-decided. We could not fit in, but we will have a second session of yours probably on a holiday or
Yes,
mostly preferred on a Sunday.
yes. And
More
second thing,
attendance.
please share that link of your social media about this uh, video so that we can also download it for our reference purpose.
Yes, yes, it's all your material only, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And can you share me your mobile number or contact number?
Yeah, sure. You can take down, note
Yes,
down. It's 98205
yes,
26
yes.
486.
Okay, fine. I am in the chat box. I am putting my mobile number. So whoever is interested, they can take down my mobile number.
Yes, sir, definitely. Where is your office, sir?
I am
Would be all the
located
people
in
would
Vile
like.
Parla East. I am located in Vile Parla East, Subhash Road. I stay in Vile Parla only.
Okay. So all the guests, does anyone has any other question for Mr. Neera?
Nine.
Okay, Neeravji, it was really pleasure to have you, and probably we'll have a few more sessions with you, and maybe a big good project, through you for Lionism. Hope for the best.
Thank you, and we are ready to support people who want to do a lot of awareness program or any technical support required. We are always there to support everyone. We are
Thank you.
working with
Thank
lots
you.
of other CSR policies of different companies, so we can support you by providing technical as well as at that particular location. See, we are having connection with lots of contractors across India, so we can get you a different vendor at different locations in Maharashtra also. So we can support you in that manner also.
That would be great, sir. That would be really
Okay,
great.
okay. Thank you
Uh,
for inviting
Okay,
me.
thank you,
It was
Ravi bhai,
very,
to
yeah.
arrange such a wonderful thing. This
Thank
is
you,
the
Ravi.
need of the time. So I appreciate and thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am,
Thank you,
and thanks a
Bye
lot
bye.
for you joining us. By the way, for everyone's knowledge, Preeti Gupta ma'am is the district GLT leader. She is the global leadership team leader, and she is always ready to help and do good things for us. In fact, she has also contributed for our hunger project because she really liked our project. That was really nice of you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
thank you,
I will
thank you,
talk to you later.
thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Madam, I
thank
have
you.
shared my
Okay.
Thanks
mobile
everyone.
number. I have shared my mobile number in the chat box. You can
Yeah,
note
I have
down.
written down.
Yes. Okay, fine. Okay. Thank
Thank you
you.
Okay.
very much.